Hi everyone, and welcome to our Touch Base Thursday for February 9th. I am going to make sure I'm live all in the right spot, give all of you a few moments to find me live here, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me just make sure here that we are good to go. So if you're able to catch me live, please comment and tell me hello. And oh, there's Patty. Hello, Patty. All right. So welcome everyone as you are coming on. I am at the beginning or ending stages of this little cold that I have going on. So my voice might be a little cracky, but I'm going to get through this with you all tonight. So anyway, hello to Cindy and Shireen. Welcome everyone. So yeah, I've been having kind of a little bit of a drainage this last week. And then of course, today of all days, my voice starts to do a little bit of a crackiness on me. So anyway, I'm live with you. You're going to get me the way I sound. So hopefully it's not too bad. Yes, Courtney, I did. Actually, I got to work from home today. All of my meetings got put on to what we call like a Teams meeting, and they were remote. And so I decided to just stay home because some of them were quite long today. So anyway, but yeah, you like my purple? My little purple shirt? Hi, Philomena and Carol, and Pat is with us, and Cindy. Hello, everyone. So anyway, I have some fun things to share with you today using the On the Farm bundle, and I think you're going to like what I have to share with you. I have a really cute 3D project that was actually made for my daughter Claire's fundraiser this past weekend. So if you attended the event, we thank you so much. Claire is once again going to be working on thank you cards for everyone. If you purchase the retreat to go where you get the make and takes and you get all of the little gifties, those went out on, I just realized you guys can see my computer here. Let me get it out of the way. Those went out on today. I packaged them up last night and they went out. So I just want to thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart for supporting. That's her last fundraiser that we are doing to have her earn her way on her Europe trip. And she's actually applying for a scholarship. Well, she applied for a scholarship through this women's organization here in Mount Pleasant. And she was asked, she was one of the few asked to perform. So she will be performing for this scholarship. It's a $500 scholarship. And she'll be performing for that and competing for that on February 20th. And so I'll keep you all posted. So excited for her to be able to do something for herself like that when this opportunity came up and she's like, I'm going to try for it. I'm like, yes, I love it. So anyway, this weekend is her solo ensemble. She had her last lesson with her professor just right before I went live. And he said that she's come a long way in the last month. And he gave her a really hard piece, but she has conquered it. So I'll let you guys know how she does. But we are excited for her to perform at her solo ensemble this coming weekend. Anyway, I'm trying to think of other things I had going on this week. So this, like I said, last weekend was Claire's fundraiser. So we were full force doing all of that, which is probably why I got my cold right after that event because I was busy getting that ready. Tomorrow is the last day to sign up for my club, my club for February, which is the Gnomes. So if you have not signed up to receive the Basement Bunch monthly club kit for the month of, I know those of you that signed up beginning of January, you've been patiently waiting. I appreciate it. But the 10th of the month is when it closes, and then I will be ordering all the product, and then it will ship to you shortly after. So if you still want to get in on that, you have until tomorrow to sign up. Other than that, you're going to miss out for this month. But you can always join again next month if you would like to. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go right to sharing. Like I said, this might be a shortened, little condensed version of a Facebook Live because I don't want my voice to leave me completely. And it was fine till about 2 hours ago. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm still going to go live with you all. So if you catch me drinking water more, that's why. All right. So I actually feel fine. I just sound kind of icky. So you guys know the routine. If you share my video, you get in the drawing to receive goodies. And last week I had the iridescent rhinestones and I had the Tahitian tied ribbon. I do have two winners. The winner of the iridescent rhinestones is Philomena Soso. So congratulations to Philomena. And the winner of the ribbon is Patty Fike. So congratulations to Patty and to Philomena on winning last week's prizes. Up for grabs this week. I love this ribbon, so I'm going to give another pack of it away. I have the Starry Sky ribbon, and a pack of the Texture Elements, okay? So those are what we will be giving away next week. Okay, let's see here. What else do I have? I talked about the club. February classes have opened up, and they were sent out in an email last week. What you're going to be seeing today, my On the Farm class, is one of the options that you can purchase. You can also receive, and I always do this, I print my host code and then leave it upstairs. So my host code is also on my website, or I will be posting it in the description of my video after I'm done. But you can also earn 3 of these cards sent to you, completely made, all done, just by putting in a minimum $30 order with me now through Sunday night, okay? But wait till you see these cards. They're some of my favorite because I grew up on a small dairy farm, so I had to play with On the Farm. I had to play with it. So I hope you guys like what you're going to see here. But I am going to... let me see my notes. I think I have everything mentioned. Oh, I have a Easter Bunny card class that you can sign up for, and the Dainty Delight that you saw last week. Okay, so with that, I'm going to transition down. Like I said, my live might be a little shortened tonight because my voice is leaving me, which I hate that. I feel fine, and it was fine till about 4 o'clock today. And I'm like, great, just in time for my live. But anyway, you guys are going to be able to see the projects. We're going to put them together. Just know that it might be a little shortened version tonight. So with that, I'm going to transition my camera down. And let's get right at it, okay? All right. So, here we go. Ready for your sneak peek? Ta-da! Check that out. Isn't that pretty cool? I love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm going to let you guys peek for a minute while I turn my camera or my computer around as well. And then you're going to occasionally maybe even hear me blowing my nose a little. Like I said, I sound worse than I feel. I don't feel that bad. Okay, so there's your little sneak peek of all the projects. But the first one I'm going to share with you is this cute little 3D project. Look at this. Isn't that cute? So here in Michigan, we have, oh, I need to straighten this because I don't like it crooked. Okay. So here in Michigan, we have a candy that is called a cowtail. Okay. And it's like a caramely candy with like a cream on the inside. And this was one of the cute little giveaways that we made for Claire's event this weekend. So any of you that bought the retreat in a box and got it in the mail, you got one of these in it. Okay. And I'm going to, I did use some retired product on this, sorry, but there's many other things you can use in place of it. So I'm going to give you the dimensions and kind of show you how this was put together. So this right here is a piece of cardstock cut 8.5 by 3 3/4, okay? On the long side, so with the long side up at the very top of my trimmer, I scored it at 1/2 inch and at 8, okay? And then with the short side up, I scored it at 3/4 inch, 1.5, 2 1/4, and 3. And that gave me this awesome little box that you can simply put together. Now you're probably wondering what I used to stamp the actual box. So that is a stamp set called Always in My Heart. It's a retired one. And these are actually flowers. And that's kind of why I meant to look through the stash of current stamp sets to find other ones that would work. But there are so many other blobs or grunge stamps that can work to make it look like it's a cow print, okay? And then I stamped it in, I did some in black ink and some were done in soft suede ink. And then on this panel right here, now this is optional, but I did this so that you could see through here. I used a punch and I just punched. Oh, this is a retired punch. I know, I'm sorry, you guys. I did use some retired product. But you could even use a die if you wanted to. But this is the panel right here where I cut out some of that so that you could see that cowtail coming through the box. And then when you glue this together, that's going to be the top of your box. Isn't that cute? Okay. And then I used the heart punches. So this is just the heart punches, the double heart punch. And then this cow is from the celebration paper that is part of the On the Farm suite. And I'm going to show you that paper here in just a couple minutes. So what I'm using tonight is the On the Farm bundle. I had to show you guys that first because it's so cute. Oh, yes. Look at my nails. I went pink, you guys, and Valentine's Day. Just got them done yesterday. Okay. So this is the On the Farm bundle. And this is in our January through April catalog, and you can get the bundle for $51.25. If you buy the bundle, it qualifies you for a celebration item. And then you can turn around and get the Celebration Designer Series paper that coordinates with this bundle. So I'm going to show you some of that paper here right now. So we have this piece right here, and the dies cut out all of those. Isn't that kind of cool? So you don't have to hand cut them. The dies cut them. And let me show you some more here. We have this one right here. Thank you, Philomena. Yeah, I told him, I said, I'm ready for pink. It's Valentine's Day. I'm ready for pink. And he gave me all different colors of pink. So, yeah, I love it. This one is also one that speaks near and dear to our hearts because we have chickens. Look at the little baby chicks and the chickens. Love it. Love, love, love it. Now, this one I think is really designed for scrapbooking, but you're going to see how I used it on making some cards. And each card's going to be a little bit different based on where you cut that piece of paper. And then you have this one right here, which is like the homegrown veggies and stuff. And then on the opposite side, you have more of your, this one I love, 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 love. Isn't this nice? I had to design with On the Farm. I know I've told many of you that I grew up on a small dairy farm. My dad used to milk cows. I used to milk cows. I used to have to wash milkers and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, I had to play with this one. I just had to. And I really like this one. It looks like it's chicken wire. That one. And then you have this one and that one right there. So you have farm on one side and more of your generic colors on the other. So kind of cool, right? So this, like I said, a $50 order gets you the paper for free. So you can order the bundle and get the paper for free. And like I mentioned, this is the very first little 3D project with the little cow tail in there, which when Natalie came down to help me get started for my live today, she's like, can I eat that after your Facebook Live? And I went, yes, you can. So anyway, too cute, right? So yes, anybody who bought Claire's little retreat, you will be receiving this. And you can see here we just tied it shut. So this can be untied, opens right up, and you can reuse the box even. But anybody who bought her retreat, they went out in the mail today, and this was one of the little gifties that we gave out. Okay. Cute, right? All right. So the first card I'm going to share with you is this one right here. Now this card is one that I created from that great big piece of paper that I told you all the cards are going to be a little bit different. So let me grab that piece and put it back in here and show you it. Because each card is indeed going to be a little bit different. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. So here's the piece of paper, right? So you can see that this card right here is from this piece. But the one I'm going to be making with you tonight is from this piece right here, okay? And as long as you have like, you know, a little bit of the farm in it, you can create cards with all of these different, so I just wanted to, I guess, make sure I explain to you how you can still use this right here to be able to make cards. They're just all going to look a little bit different, okay? So this one is a quick and simple, easy one. I paired Sahara sand with this, and that is my card base. And I have it backwards. My card needs to be over here. I know, creature of habit, you guys. Okay. And then I have a piece of the cherry cobbler. That's 5 1/4 by 4. And a piece of that paper that is cut 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm just going to adhere these two together. I hope I don't sound completely horrible, you guys. Like, it's hard for me to tell because I hear myself talking all the time. Okay. And then this is going to get adhered. Yes, quick and simple right here, Carol. All the way. Quick and simple. That's going to get adhered down. And then I use the layering circles because this, I think, fit perfectly in a circle. Again, all of my stamped images come from the greetings from this. So thinking happy thoughts of you. Oh, good, you guys. Woo! From all of us, today is a good day. So again, I tried to stick with everything from the stamp set. So this one, I'm just going to adhere these two together. And then you'll see that I did put some of the twine down here. And that is done, again, my normal little way that I do it. So I'm just going to hang on to it here. And I wrapped it around about 3 or 4 times. and you want it to be a little bit bigger than the circle. Okay, so that's kind of why I used 3 of my fingers. If you want it to be even bigger, wrap it around all 4. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm just going to snip it right there. Yes, I cut it with my left hand, and I normally don't. Okay, I'm going to put some adhesive down here, and then what I'm going to do, I'm pinching it where those 2 ends are at, and I just twist it like the figure 8. Make sure I get that. There we go. Twist it like the number 8. Adhere it down on top of that adhesive. And it's okay, you can always cut those little ends. Okay, and then this is going to get adhered down with some dimensionals. Just going to put a couple on there. And that's going to go right on top of my adhesive glob. Okay. And then I am indeed going to cut these down a little. And then all you're going to do is spread these out a little. And voila, you have a quick and simple card. Isn't that cute? Now the only other thing I did add, sorry you guys, I keep looking down and my nose runs a little bit. The only thing I did add to this card is I also used the rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. I really liked these dots because I thought they went perfect for the farm theme. And I just used, get that out of there, some of these little ones, and I just put them sporadically on the card. I think I've added 2 of them, or I added 3. So you can just kind of add them wherever you would like. Just a little rustic look to it. And there you have, like I said, different design of a card based on different parts of that paper. Now, if you get a piece of paper that does not have an animal, so for instance, if you had this piece right up here, you could use the dies to cut out a couple of animals from this paper, or you could cut out the actual little dies from the die sets. So the little animals from the die sets. So in the dies, you also have little animals. I'm going to bring them in here and show you. I don't want to open mine up because there's so many, but you have tons of little animals right here that you could cut out. You can see you got a sheep and you got chicken, you got pigs, you got cows, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so that's my little tip and trick for you on that one. Yay, first one done. All right, and I'm not dead yet. Okay, my next card I'm going to share with you is this one right here, okay? So this one, I focused in on that cute little paper, and then the other ribbon that I used is I also used this really pretty burlap ribbon. What is it called exactly? Oh, natural finish ribbon. This is from the annual catalog, but again, I thought it was a really good one to use with this pretty barn, right? Okay, so for this, I chose to use the Balmy Blue for my card base. And then I pulled out colors from this designer series paper, which was the Daffodil Delight. So you can see I added some layers here of Daffodil Delight and the basic white. So going to adhere these 2 together. And we're going to put this here like that. And let's see here. I gotta make sure I'm seeing all of you guys' comments. I think I am. Oh, you guys. Okay, I will tell you, I am losing weight. I just saw that comment. I was wondering when you guys were going to notice that. Anyway, yes, I am. It's been a work in progress. How's that? I will say that. It's been a work in progress. But yes, I am, you guys. So thank you for noticing and saying something. All right. So I'm going to put my ribbon right around the end here. And so, yeah, so this shirt for Courtney's mentioning it was purple. I haven't worn this shirt in a while. So I dug out some new clothes that I haven't worn in a while. But I'm not having to buy anything because I kept everything. So, but I will announce to you guys, because since you noticed, I am officially down 32 pounds. So, yeah, I still have a few more I want to lose. It's been a long 1.5 years. But yeah, I'm down 32 pounds. So Woohoo! I never like to usually announce that because I always feel like, I don't know, like I kind of feel like then people are always looking. But I'll be honest, weight has been the one thing that I have struggled my entire life with. And I'm not afraid to admit it anymore. How's that? That yes, I've been working really, really hard the last few months. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere these two pieces together. This 4x3 going onto a 4 1/4 by oh, look at all the love you guys are giving me. Aw, I love it. Yeah, I've been keeping that little secret. I know, and I've been still wearing all my baggy clothes, so nobody's really noticed. But yeah. So, and I haven't been. Oh, you guys, I love it. Thank you all. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my dimensionals on. I love all those hearts, you guys. Yay! I love it. I'm not gonna. It hasn't been easy. I'm not gonna lie, because I've been working at it. It's, you know, but I'm getting off some medications that I was on, and I'm just feeling a lot better. Okay, so there we have it. Thank you, everyone. You guys, I love you all. You're so awesome. Okay, and then I added a couple of these little rustic gems down here. Where I really notice it is in my rings. Like my rings are getting a lot looser. So I'm like, oh, I may have to get my rings fixed. Okay, you guys are getting me all like flustered now. Look at you guys in your comments. All right, then I had the same little circle and the same little from the layering circles. And I'm gonna adhere those two together. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. But yeah, I almost said something a while back, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just going to wait it out. But in the last week, I'm like, okay, I got to quit wearing all these baggy shirts and been digging things out of my closet that I've had that I just haven't worn. Okay. My family tells me they can really see it in my face because I have my dad's bigger neck, like the bigger neck on the bottom. And that's what they tell me that they can tell is that in my face. So, okay. So then I'm taking one of the little, what is this? It's a tree. I had to think about that. And I'm just cutting it out with fussy cutting here. And so a little secret, I have never ever been like the skinny mini little petite thing. So that is not my goal. My goal is just to get healthy. That is my goal, to be a healthier version of myself. I've been on diabetes medication for a while, so my goal is to get off of that. And I'm close, so that has kind of been my goal. So, all right, and then I'm just going to adhere my tree down there like that. And then the final thing is to put some of these little gems on here. Just gonna put one there. And I'll do a small one over here. All right, what do you guys think? Isn't that cute? Cute, cute. Now, you could also, if you wanted to, add more animals to this card, but I chose not to. I just kind of kept it simple with the little ducks and the chickens and stuff like that in the background. Because I have other cards that I have lots of animals with. Okay, so my next card... Yes, Janet, that is my biggest goal ever right there. And I think when I became a grandma is when I was like, okay, I want to be around for this little sweetie of mine. So I need to get healthier. And it's been a very slow go. So I mean, literally, it's just been a really slow go. But back in September is when I kind of kicked it in the rear and said, get going. Okay, so here's my next card. This one's probably one of my favorites. I love this one. So this one uses some of the designer series paper, and I use this one that has the little cow here. So you can see I use the same cow that I used for the cowtails. So this is going to be my card base, and I'm just gonna fold that in half. And then I have, this is embossed with the barn embossing folder, the barn, or the weathered, whatever it's called. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm kind of not really with it tonight with this crazy cold I have, but this is going to get adhered down to my card base. And then I used soft suede 2 1/4 wide so that this 2-inch strip will fit on here. And I'm just going to adhere this onto that. And it's going to go on here perfect. And then I adhered some ribbon on the one side. So we're just going to put adhesive all the way down here. And I used this really wide ribbon. And I'm just going to stick that on here. So it kind of looks like it's another little layer of paper, but it's not. It's just that ribbon. Isn't that cool? Thank you, Peggy. Yeah, it is. It's like I said, it's been a very slow go, but whenever I go to the doctor and she gives me the cumulative total, I get very excited. So, all right. So I'm just going to adhere this down. So this is going to stay up. You can see I did not put adhesive on that ribbon part. And this is going to go on the card like that. Isn't that cool? And then, let me see here. What did I do? Did I use... Oh, there it is. So again, using the circles because that's what worked really well with a couple of those sentiments. So today is a good day. Going into the green, garden green. Dimensionals are going to go on the back of that. Let me see here. I'm using up my little, I like this ribbon too. I love it, love it. So I'm going to take off the little backings here, and that's just going to go on here. And then in advance, I cut out one of the cows. This is one of the cows from that designer series paper. It's this piece right here that I showed you earlier. Thank you, Carol. So there's the cow, okay? And I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on there. And voila. We have our third card done. Ta-doo! There you go. Isn't that cool? Great use of that ribbon. Really, really great use of that ribbon. Because sometimes that ribbon can be a little bit wide. And if you don't really know what to do with it, it can be a little bit challenging. But there you go. All right. Who's ready for our next card? Let me see. What have I got here? Oh, this one. I love this one too. Look it. Okay. So for this one, I used the designer series paper, and then I used the other animals from this paper. So you can see here, I used the cows. I used the cows for the previous card, and then I used the pigs and the sheep for this one. Okay. So for this one, I chose to use soft suede for my card base. And then I paired that with some more of the Sahara sand. And this is the 5 1/4 by 4. Again, using that same embossing folder. I think it's called the wood grain or the wood something. But to me, it reminded me of, barn-ish stuff. And then I used these 2 pieces of designer series paper. Oh, I put ribbon down first. So we're going to put a big strip of that across there. And I used this ribbon right here. So I'm just going to cut it at an angle, because you can see I got to cut at an angle to get it started. So off camera, all I'm doing is cutting this at an angle, okay? And I'm going to stick this right along the entire almost duration of my card. And then I'm just going to cut it at another angle. Not the best angle on this one, but we're going to fix it. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. Love this ribbon. So, so pretty. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and adhere these. This is the same piece of designer series paper. I just used both sides of it. And I probably could have made it a little bit longer, but it'll work. And then this one is going to go on at a little bit of an angle. Okay, like this. And then what I did is I stamped on a little strip of Pear Pizzazz cardstock. I stamped the little hills right here, the little pasture. I call it the pasture. And then all I'm going to do is cut around there so it looks like it's, you know, not, you'll see here, I'm just going to cut around the hills and the valleys. And then I'm going to adhere that down to my card. So it's the little pasture for it. Ta-da! And then we can adhere our cute little animals. So this one, here's the little piggies. Here's the sheep. So we're going to put some dimensionals on that. Hi, Carol. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. We cut up some more of these little, there we go. And one right here. So we're going to put a little sheep here. Karen, you're so cute. I love it. And the little piggies are going to go here. And then the flower. Oh, even the flower. There's a die for the flowers. Look at all these cute little flowers. So these are the little, my sample has a yellow one. This one is going to have a red one. So I'm going to put that on with, you guys crack me up. I am a pretty good fast cutter. I will say that. And then this is going to go down here just to add a little bit of in there. And then this card's going to say from all of us. Get it? Because it's got all of the different animals. Yeah. So from all of us on a little 1/2-inch strip of Whisper or basic white cardstock. I still say Whisper white. And then a couple dimensionals for that. And voila. We have a cute card. Topping it off with some of the little rustic element things here. Yeah, I'm just going to put a couple up there. There you have it. Isn't that a cute card? Now, again, if you really wanted to get fancier than what I did, you could even take your dies and cut out more of the little animals with the dies. But I love it when the paper coordinates. I just love it so much. Okay, so I have one more. Like I said, my Facebook Live is not going to be as long tonight. So I still have a voice for you all because I was fine until like 4 o'clock. And then I started losing my voice a little bit. But yeah, I love that. This one's probably my favorite though. And I love it because I love the plaid paper. I love the plaid paper. And here you're going to see where I focused in on the actual little animals from the dies. So this is not from the paper. These are from the dies. Lots of pieces and parts for this card right here. Okay. So this one, I'm going to fold my cherry cobbler in half. And then I wanted a little bit more cherry cobbler to show around the outer edge. So I'm going to put my cherry cobbler to the side because we're going to be doing lots of layering onto our 5 by 3 3/4 piece of the Sahara sand first. Okay. So for this, we have 2 different pieces of paper. And I'm going to adhere this one down here. Now this is cut 2.5 by 3.5, I think. And then I had the plaid one for the top. I know this card is like one of my favorites. I struggled though. Look at all those animals I did not use because I had wanted the plaid. Do you ever have that happen to you where you struggle because you like the same one on two, you like the same pattern and it's back to back and you have to pick? I hate that. All right. And then because this ribbon is so perfect, I put this ribbon right across the center of it. And I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive here and here. And we're going to wrap it around here like that. Okay. And then from there, now that could go on our card if we wanted it to. So I will, since it's a little sticky. So this is going to go onto my card. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to build up this piece. So this piece, again, lots of layering. Hello to Shar and welcome, welcome. So for this one, I have a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 piece of cherry cobbler, 2.5 by 2.5, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I'm just going to adhere all those together. Again, layer, layer, layer on this card, right? But I love it. Okay, so we're just going to layer these all together. And then we're going to color the barn in. So for coloring on this, I just used the light real red and I used the light soft suede. So I'm just going to color my barn in. Again, I wanted the barn to be not too dark, so you can still see the lines through it. Here we go. And then going back in with my light soft suede. Coloring in the door. Okay. So there's my barn. You can see that I stamped that up kind of high into the left. I cut out one of the little windmills. Okay, so here is, I gotta get that little piece out of there. Maybe if I have a thing here. There we go. Get that little piece out of there. Okay. Now this is where you would normally use like your liquid glue or something like that. I'm just gonna use a little bit of my seal because that's what I have here. Put that up there like that. And then I did the exact same thing with this one. I cut a piece of, this is a 3/4 inch strip of pear pizzazz. So it's going to fit across this perfectly. Or I'm sorry, it's 3/4 of an inch wide. But I cut it the same size as the white. And I'm gonna do the same thing again. We're just going to cut this off. I'm gonna go right around there and get that cut off. And then we're gonna adhere this. Hello to Jean and welcome. Glad to have you here. This is going to get put right along the bottom edge here. Okay. Then we have our black cow. So again, using some dimensionals. I'm going to have to open up a new pack of dimensionals, you guys. I'm getting down. Here we go. Just going to use a couple little pieces or your minis. Your minis work great as well. And we're going to put a cow here. And then I have a little piggy, which we are getting piggies again for my girls to take to the fair. So isn't that really exciting? We won't get them till like, I don't know, middle to end of March or even the beginning of April. Just depends on when our weather breaks here. And a little piggy. It's really rainy for us today. So Jean says she's got a snowy Wisconsin. We have a rainy Michigan. Rain, rain, rain. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that cute? All right, and then this whole thing will go on with some dimensionals. So I'm just going to put dimensionals in the 4 corners of this. So again, like I said, growing up on a small dairy farm, I had to play with this. Now I know some people have struggled a little bit with this bundle, so I'm hoping that you got some ideas on how you can use it. And, you know, different ways that you can, you know, for what I like about it is it's something different. You know, so many times we have, you know, lots of florals and lots of, I like to sit with something different and great cards to do a little something different with. All right, so that's going to go down up here like that. And then I did the From All of Us again. And so this is just going to get cut. This is a 1/2 inch strip. And I just cut it down with my scissors because I don't get too carried away with that. And it's gonna go on to my little strip here. And Carol, that's because we're both from the thumb area. Okay. And this is going to go on there like that. And I am full of dimensional backings. Oh yes, Dr. Poole, I know. We like our Dr. Poole. Okay, and then the final thing we're going to do, I think I mentioned in one of my last Facebook Lives that we had to take Spike. I mean, our hedgehog did pass away, one of them. We have 5, now we have 4. But he did go see Dr. Poole, and because we took the hedgehog in from somebody, like it was a refugee and we took it in, he did not charge us for the visit. He just charged us $12 for the medicine. But we think he had a stroke, and that's kind of why he wasn't able to pull out of it. But anyway, Dr. Poole is phenomenal. Okay, so You guys ready to see all of my cards? I know I went through it really, really fast because I had to keep my voice. Like I said, if I had probably known I was going to lose my voice, I hate canceling on you guys, though. I mean, I was all set and ready. And I don't feel bad. I just have a runny nose and drainage issues. Okay. So here are all of the cards that I created for you guys tonight. Oh, I will feel better. I know I will. Because like I said, I sound worse than I actually feel. So, but those are all the cards we created. And then our cute little 3D project. So again, I will post the measurements for this on my blog and stuff. So you'll be able to have them so you can create that. Now I'm curious if you guys have cowtails in other states. Like I know that, you know, here in Michigan, they're cute. I can open it up. Well, I don't want to. But it's called a cowtail, and they're really, really cool. I thought that was going to slide right off, but it's not going to. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my projects that I shared with you tonight. And I look forward to seeing you guys all back here next week. I think I might be showcasing, I'm not even sure what I'm showcasing next week. I have to look and see what I have created. I've got a really couple of fun classes coming up. I created one with my dancing stuff because my girls dance. And so I had to create a class around the ballet stamp set. So can't wait for you guys to see that one. So I'll surprise you with something cool, but I'll definitely post it in advance and give you guys a heads up. All right, so with that, I am going to sign off. And thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. And I look forward to seeing you guys back here next week. All right, bye everyone.